mutant egg on Zoidstar. Snake the red Zoid like a crowbar, twisting and winding, snake of steel. Cruel and cunning, but he can't feel. Earth decides, scare rat and hellcat. Snake train well to wage Zoid combat. Now they serve as crux commandos, while he plots and schemes in shadows. Beware the cruel cunning of Snake. Vicious and heartless, no mistake. Red mutant Zoid, merciless make. Galactic conquest is at stake. Beware the cruel cunning of Snake. Vicious and heartless, no mistake. Red mutant Zoid, merciless make. Galactic conquest is at stake. Beware the cruel cunning of Snake. The Kapka and Scarabs of well fall into Prince of Darkness spell. From the blue moon to Zoidstar hell, Crafts commandos his personnel. Snake makes war on Zoids red and blue. His mission to crack he'll see through. To trick guardians and mutants in this Zoid war, there's disputants. Beware the cruel cunning of Snake. Vicious and heartless, no mistake. Red mutant Zoid, merciless make. Galactic conquest is at stake. But now comes Saber to battle to uncover Kronsky tattle. He may strike down Snake, but no luck. Red scavenger still runs amok. Beware the cruel cunning of Snake. Vicious and heartless, no mistake. Red mutant Zoid, merciless make. Galactic conquest is at stake. Machine. Stealth Viper makes the desert scene. Deadly assassin of the sand. Searching for Kylo's Zoids on land. Built for battle on arid dunes. Stealth Viper will bring the pain soon. Helical Republic army's goal. Ensure our planet see control. Concealed doom sniper, strike down Dinosaur snake fighter, crushing coils tighter and tighter. Strike with speed and grace, Stealth Viper, war renewed in the third sea sign. The CAC 2099. Between the Hillock and Gylos, will Stealth Viper win? Who knows? First watch to fight Xenobas foes. Now Gylos the Stealth Viper knows. The second Hillock, Gylos war on planet sea from shore to shore. Cunning and concealed doom sniper, strike down Dinosaur snake fighter, crushing coils tighter and tighter. Strike with speed and grace, Stealth Viper. Cunning and concealed doom sniper, strike down Dinosaur snake fighter, crushing coils tighter and tighter. Strike with speed and grace, Stealth Viper. Dune sniper, strike down Gylos Zoid snake fighter, crushing cores tighter and tighter. Strike with speed and grace, Stealth Viper. War renewed in the third sea sign. The CAC 2099. Between the Hillock and Gylos, will Stealth Viper win? Who Zoid snake fighter, crushing coils tighter and tighter. Strike with speed and grace, stealth viper. Zoids by